Let's see here. Morning, JD. There we go. The music's not playing. Or the music component broke. Dude, my allergies are probably the worst they've ever been since I've lived at this house this morning. So I apologize for my sniffling. It seems like it's working. Good morning, Lazy. So that didn't work. I didn't even see... Okay, so that worked. Something kicked it into gear there. Is song working now? That's still not working. Let's roll a box. Seems okay, right? Song. There we go. Okay. That was weird. Alright, let me take a sip of coffee before we get started here. Okay, so we left off, where did we leave off? I don't remember, but I'm working on loading the surveys for the user when they hit the onboarding page. So I'm hoping that we get this back. Yeah, you can. The fly control will let you connect to the Docker container, I believe. Good morning, Yukins. I might have to go blow my nose in a minute, to be honest. Is there a select one with drizzle? Good morning, Outcast. Alright, so we'll just do some validation, I suppose. Let's see here. This will be survey. This will be result dot at 0. Then we'll do if survey equals, I think it can be null. We're going to return a fail, and this will be a 500, and we'll just say onboarding assessment was not found. Please contact support. This probably needs to be a message key. Something like that, yeah. And then we can return that on the data. Good morning, disgruntled dev. We're just working on a client project. What up, Dota? And bullshit. All right, so that should actually be 404. Oh, not a 494. Something like this. What up, Cyprian? Almost on a where would we want this in our server hooks? What up, Web Dev 2? How we doing? I wonder if it's worth putting on the user so I want to track two things. I want to track like email verified. Although we made that extra table down here, email verification. One thing we'll want on here is a completed at field. Completed at something like that. Why isn't that working? There we go. I think I still have a typo in assessment. I do. Annoying. Yeah, this is pre-production. Yeah, we're just building out the foundations. Okay. So we should be able to oh yeah, having to do migrations and stuff. I mean, we're still running migrations right now because it's easy, but let's see here. I'm gonna go blow my nose quick. My allergies are so bad. I'll be right back. Okay. So we need to figure out how we're going to track. We got to figure out how we're going to track where we're at on the survey. Well, first we need to, like... We basically want to always redirect the user. We should put that on the layout. What papaya dev? How we doing? So if we put a in here and we do export const load, this will be layout server load. And we say swing event. We can basically copy that drizzle. Where was it? It was hooks. No, it was onboarding page.server. Yeah, that's what you want. You want that. What is that noise? Mechanical keyboard ASMR. Wall. Still grinding through my learning, still new, but published my first NPM package. Nice. Maybe I do want to put this in the hooks. I'm considering making a materialized view. We can do this where we start the promise and we'll start the promise at the beginning of this loader and in fact, we can do basically the same thing. Oh, wait, we can't because we don't have the user yet. We have to do it after. Shit. Okay, never mind that. What npm package did you make, Papaya? Trust me, I put an effort into this. There was so many shitty keyboard. Wait, was that your keyboard, Kraut? You wish. In fact, I think I can copy this. Oops. All right, that should work. And then we'll say, dot limit to 1. And then we'll say, DM Alroy, could you recommend resources like Free Code Camp for front end? I think Free Code Camp is really good. The React docs are very good. Yeah, I would listen to Kraut. Honestly, my advice is, rather than following a tutorial or a course, is think about something you think would be fun and interesting to build, and then just struggle to build it and get stuck along the way and work through learning the things that get you stuck. You're going to learn 10 times more than you will doing any sort of course. All right, so if our, say, result, if result dot, let's say const onboarding, that's still, didn't we fix this? Let's check this out. So it's it's a library to effectively help manage routes in one like little cache. One thing you could do that would be cool is you could use like a what's it called? What is the library? Roll up macros. You could use a macro that if you can detect that somebody's using a file-based routing meta framework, you could run a macro at build time to dynamically build the to write and build the code for your paths map. That could be really cool. I buy courses for 30 minutes of 8 hours of material, so often it hurts. Oh man, this is the worst my allergies have been in like a hot minute. Like, I'll wake up sniffly sometimes here, but I am just dying today. I'm gonna have to go blow my nose again in a minute. Alright, let's, I think I went and fixed that. Let's go back to our, in here. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. And this should be equals our result dot at 0. Yeah, so if there's no onboarding assessment, we need to sort of like throw an error. And that'll be a 404. And that'll be onboarding assessment was not found. Please contact support. That should actually be fail. All right, we did this earlier. This needs to be a message, something like that. And then we need to say, otherwise, if onboarding assessment dot completed at is going to equal null, we need to redirect Shawty. We're gonna redirect to slash onboarding. And we have to generate that? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go blow my nose again. Holy frack, this is bad. Got my pre-order in time for a Spark 1:18 ratio limited edition model of Lando's car. Nice. That's sick. Stop me, motherfucker, cause I'm on a boat. A boat, bitch. Yeah, the center livery was sick. So this should be good now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, of course we get upset. All right, I need to go blow my nose again. I'm sorry. Okay, let's try again. Alright, let's get the dev server running. Run dev. And let's bump that over. Let's go to localhost. We get a 500 server error. Assessment. Missing from clause. What does that even mean? Pretty much amazing. Alright, we hit there. Why do we not pick up a redirect on that? That would be in our hooks.server. And it's not this bit. It's our redirects here. We should hit in here. Alright, let's go and see what that logs us. Logged null. Can we not inspect the route? In hooks? Okay. So I should be able to see it. Let's try event.url. That's so weird that we hit. Oh my god, I need this Zyrtec to kick in. Thank you. What happens if I try to go to like log in? That works. What about playground? That works. What about dashboard? Redirects me there. But if I hit the root, we hit a 404 not found. Which would mean right. This would need to be, no, we should be hitting in here. And we're not. Sorry, I'm not talking as much, chat. My nose is bothering me like crazy. Shouldn't that have Generated new types. Frick, I put this on the wrong table. So I have to run another drizzle migration. Perfect. All right. That should fix that error. Yeah. Of course, the LSP's worked. We should probably try to do a bunt update. Bun, run, PM, trust all. Whoops. Is this project for work or for fun? This project is for a client that I'm doing freelancing for. All right, there we go. All right, and back to our server hooks. Yeah, so the project we're working on is for a client, a freelance client who is a financial advisor who does coaching for younger financial advisors, and it's a platform for him to facilitate that coaching. And eventually, the goal is to make it a SaaS product for other financial advisor coaches to run their coaching program based on this guy's setup. Oh, man. Yeah, I have complete freedom over tech stack for this. There we go. So let's say this is going to be, let's add a log here. This will be route ID. And this is going to be route URL. And this will be dot path. Yeah. DMO, are you working on front end stuff at Bracell? Yeah, I my team owns like the life cycle and UX of account data, team data, and project data. So all the back end and front end services that kind of revolve around those entities is what we own, minus like login and like auth stuff. We don't own that with the user. Let's see here. All right, I want to see these logs again. Fun run dev. Man, I'm so sorry about the sniffling chat. This should hopefully soon clear up when my drugs kick in. So we see null. I wonder if we just come in immediately and do like / dashboard, what we see. Okay, so I'm a cloud guy who's studying front-end dev. I love Astro and Svelte. Other folks are telling me I should do React, but it's just not clicking with me. Objectively, you can develop and deploy a highly trafficked site with Svelte, right? And the framework shouldn't really matter. I mean, yes, fundamentally what you're saying is true. React is definitely going to be the most employable skill you could learn. I think I'm trying out SvelteKit because I've been building with React since 2015 and just wanted to try something new. I'm really liking SvelteKit. It's a lot simpler so far. I think knowing React is probably good if you are focused on employability and job opportunity. But if you're just looking to be able to throw together apps for yourself or small side projects, I think learning Svelte or any of the others is fine. Error not found. So what happens if I at the end of the day, a lot of the concepts are the same across these frameworks, just their implementations and the DX around them are different. So I'm confused why it's saying that my route ID is null, but I guess we can deal with that. Or or route. We can do this event.route. Something like that. That should probably get us where we want to go. Now if we go to our index route, it should be null. There we go. And there's the right redirect. Perfect. Okay. Where's the error in here? Where are we? So I can't put a fail in there. Oh, okay, there we go. I didn't want fail. Fail is an action thing. Yep, I went with the Moonlander. I like it so far. Alright, so that appears to be working. Took the console logs out. And let me go check my users. Gold digger. Oh, I opened the wrong app. We don't want Yak. We want Data Grip. If we go and look at users, there's me. Okay. And do we have assessments created for either of them? Ah. There we go. So we have one for user ID 6. So this user is in a bad state right now, so we should probably delete them. So if I logged in with the foo bar, I would imagine we should get a 404 because we don't have a user assessment. We got a 500. So what happened there? It's not quite what I would have expected, to be honest. I would have expected to get a 404. So why did that happen? We should have got redirected to we should have hit this. This should have returned no result, and we should have ended up here. Yeah, Priv, we're Svelte buddies. We're Svelties. Missing from clause for table assessment. Where did that come from? Postgres handle. So we generally did have a 500 happen there. Do we have a... Let's type check. There we go. We do have type errors. Do these really need IDs? That's not the problem that's causing this, though. We said the ID is a number. Let's change these to we'll say %s / paste that in / that, it'll be ID string globally, and then down here we'll say to a macro, we'll come here, we'll say ID, and then we'll say nano ID, and that'll be 10. Close that up, put in the comma, close that, go back up, hit the %, takes us down, boom, there's our macro. Now we should be able to go at Q, and now we can do just at, and just repeat. Look at that. Look at that, chat. A little Vim macro action. Now we just gotta go import. No, get me out of this. Shift-O, import nano ID. I don't know if I just thanked you. I can't remember. But thank you for your 4-month sub. What up, John? It's been good. We're just chilling. Ooh, what's this upset about now? Why does that not satisfy the type? Seems like it's to satisfy the type. Oh, I probably have to give the top level an ID. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna go let the dogs out. I will be right back in like 4 to 5 minutes. I will be right back, chat. I actually started laughing when this song started playing, standing on my porch, watching my dogs take a shit. Actually, lol. Canada was dope, Davey. It was awesome. So we want to come in here and we want to come in here and say omit. Do that. Yeah. Really, this should take a user ID. Host. Something like that, and then we need an ID, which will be a nano ID, and user ID, like that. That'd be 10. Yeah. There we go. All right, let's type check again. All right, we still got type errors. Have you used the DD command on your Mac? No, I have not. We need to import that too, so that'll be assessment. Ah. That would make sense. Can't get fooled again. Ah, okay. So that needs to be... that should be... Oh, yeah. That'll be numbered. What up, Fubar? All right, that should be good now. All right, we should be type checking. Not yet. Is it this field? What is this missing? Does not exist. User ID is right there. Completed at. This can be nullable. So we should say things should default to, right? I can just say null, right? Type null is not. Can I not do that? User ID, integer. User ID is what here? What am I missing here? Oh, I have a typo in assessment. Dumb. Is that not how we're supposed to do this? All right, so I wish I had a better stack error where this was happening at. Missing from clause entry for table. Maybe we have to run a bun run drizzle. I guess that'll be down on the bottom terminal. I might have missed running a migration. Still wrong. All right, we have a problem somewhere. So let's start. It has to be in the hook because that's all we've been touching so far. I'm guessing it's this query right here. So let's just comment this out and see where that gets us. And we have an internal server error. Okay, so we get logged in there. That's expected, right? Because I should be logged in. I should have an auth session. Yep. I wonder if this, I think this SQL query is failing. Yeah, it is. This is failing because it's not finding the record. Because if I came in here and I made this 6, check this out, this is gonna work. If I make this 6, I thought that would work. Because if we look at our data, we know that if we look at user assessments, where ID is 2, assessment ID is 1, user ID is 6. Let's just nuke our users quick. Let me get a little SQL Scratch query console. That's what I was looking for. Delete star from user cascade. Is that the right syntax? I am never gonna remember. Oh, we do have to use the equal thing. Drop star. Gosh. I almost never write drop commands. Drop all. Delete all rows from table and cascade delete. Postgres. Typo. Whatever. ChatGPT will figure it out. Truncate table user cascade. Thank you, Robotic Head. Thank you for the raid. Boom. How was your stream? What were you guys working on? All right, so now we should be empty everywhere. Great, our user session should be gone. All right, so let's make another account and we should stop running into this problem. Worked on documentation, doing a deployment to fix a security issue. Fun. All right, so in here we want to, oh, but I am using the SQL keyword here. Like this should be okay. All right, let's think about this flow here. If we ever get a null user or a null session, we redirect to login. Otherwise, we try to get the user onboarding assessment. If they don't have an onboarding assessment, we do a 404. If we have a the onboarding assessment's not completed, we redirect to the onboarding. Otherwise, we make sure we're not trying to hit a route that's only used for unauthenticated users. If you are hitting one of those, we redirect to dashboard. Otherwise, we just resolved wherever they're going. I know, AFAX. Listen, we're gonna write a server in Rust to do the real stuff here. This is just like this is our back end for front end portion. All right, so let's make a new account. We have to go sign up, and this is gonna dox me as usual. But whatever. Whatever, I'll use my real stuff, I don't care. This will be foo bar baz. Internal server error. So we hit that same thing. Missing from clause. So we'll do assessment.id and 1. And we'll do equals, and it'll be user.id and user ID. Well, event.locals.user.id. Let's see if we actually made our database entry. So we should see our user. Yep, we got our user. We should see a user assessment. Yeah, assessment ID. This should be completed at Oh, our migration might not have ran. Oh no, we have completed that. So we have our user assessment. This is still wrong. That column didn't get renamed in user assessment. So that's a problem.
Yeah.
Hello, guys! I let the dogs out to poop earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm standing on the porch. Bodhi starts taking a shit. Somebody in chat requested who let the dogs out, and right as Bodhi starts taking his shit, Baha Men start playing, and he's just there. I'm like, this cannot be happening right now.
That's
it was
incredible.
the funniest thing
Buddy,
ever.
do you know what you did? You did something so funny. You did something so funny.
So amazing. Alright, so we still have a problem in our schema where it's too far to the... Thank you, Bodhi.
Big hugs for the morning.
Hi, big man.
Hi, Angel. Okay, now let's go get breakfast. Let's go get breakfast.
Any shot you want to make me another coffee? Por favor.
I have to feed them and then go shower and try to be ready for an 8:30 meeting that some asshole seller put
Okay.
on my calendar, even though my work hours don't start until 9.
Noted.
I'm gonna fight somebody today. I'm ready for it.
Aha. So this is possibly the problem right here. Actually, I don't think that's the problem. That probably is the problem, actually. The por favor was really good. Thank you. Thank you. Very fluent in my Spanish speaking. Just like the locals would say. Yeah. ¿Dónde está el baño en la biblioteca? Oh, she's actually making me more coffee, guys. What a babe. Alright. Let's try that. What is this? It sounds like dad rock. This is still happening. Missing from clause entry for table assessment. Divorce dad rock specifically? Facts. I'm gonna skip this song because nobody requested it. I'll take some Mac Miller. I met Mac Miller, and don't meet your heroes. That's a typo. What table is this? We're in user assessment. You can meet me, but you know, I might not live up to your expectations. Mac Miller was not the greatest guy to meet in person. I liked Mac's music a lot, but man, he was kind of a piece of shit. I had to spend 2 hours with him. I did like security for one of his shows at my university, and I basically had to like hang out with him for like 2 hours, and all he did was bitch and moan about having to do a show, and he was so fucked up on cough syrup. Generate assessment. Then we have to run this. Same experience with RBF at school? Yeah. It's a big bummer. Don't be high on coffee. Dude, I am heavily caffeinated at all times. All right, let's see if that... All right, let's close these because these got regenerated. All right, column assessment does not exist. Perhaps, what did we do wrong here? Assessment ID. Day goes by where I'm not getting high, what? How is this still screwing up? This is like cached. There we go. I just had to restart. Something was cached in data grip. All right, so let's see if this fixes the issue.
Do you want to know what you did? Do you want to know where the scoop was?
Where was the scoop? Found it. Lol.
Chat, I spent 40 minutes looking for this scoop yesterday. I asked Dylan so many times if he could help me find it and what he did with it, and he insisted that he did not touch it.
I was putting the dog stuff away.
It was in Winnie's morning medicine.
It didn't have a home, so I gave it a home.
It's home.
I rehomed it.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You stress me out.
Oh. It fell in the... Yeah, it fell in the bag.
No, it didn't, you liar.
It fell right into the bag that was above it. It fell upwards. God damn it, this is still happening. And we're sure that it has to be that file, right? Like, because we commented this and everything works. Right? If we comment this all out, this is all going to be fine. Yeah, so let's refresh. I don't really understand what's happening, to be honest. Ah, maybe it's this page. Maybe it's not this page. Maybe it's the onboarding page. And it's here. User assessment, assessment ID. Might be this guy. I'll just say this is, do that for now. Onboarding, okay. Yeah, this is my first time using Jizzle. Right now, I'm like 50-50 on it. And let's just say we come in here then, and we'll get the, it'll be the assessment. This is gonna come from props. And let's just put that in, I don't even know what to put this in. I guess a p tag for now, and we'll just, nope, that's not what we wanted. Should just be assessment. So that should be showing us our user ID, shouldn't it? This should be page load data. page server data. And that should be a number. I would expect to see that. So you're saying it would be something like where its data is that. And then this would be data.assessment. And now we get a blank screen. 7, there we go. Okay. Perfect. All right, so we're seeing that. And now we just have this.
I'm a sucker.
Thank you, Justine.
You gotta be nice to me today.
I'll be nice to you.
Okay. Can I see small dog?
Hardly.
It's...
Put it more at the corner. I don't know why we can't select from this table.
Okay, how about now? Dylan.
Yeah, we can see small dog.
Okay, great. Chat, you know the drill.
So it must be the SQL statement that's wrong, right? Because we can say in here and import that equals, if I could type, and in here would be assessment.id and 1, and then it would be another equals, and it will be user.id and user ID. Why is this upset? Do I have to put this in an array? Yeah. No? Why is this wrong? So I did this down here. This felt like the types are right? Yeah. So I should just copy and paste that. It's probably because this can be undefined, right? Oh my god. I'm not using the wrong assessment, am I? That's what I do want to query. I want to query user assessment. That's what I'm doing here. Oh, I know what I did. This is going to be like that. Right. Is there any way I can get it to be... I should really just write a helper. That's something like that asserts. Because if I would have just come in here and done if user ID is equal to null, we just return error 401. And then down here, we don't have to do this. Yeah. What is this? Or undefined. There we go. Okay. Is this really fail? Do we want fail or error? I guess fail. Are you off Wednesday? What is Wednesday? You want error for load functions? Cool, that's good to know. Juneteenth? I think I do have it off. Missing relation. I wonder if we accidentally dropped. I bet that foreign key's wrong. ID 1. Well, it's right there. Look above. Read up, sorry, on the phone. Fails for form actions. You want error for load functions. Second, in Java, you just do double equals for undefined. First, fix the where clause. Oh wait, no, he should do yours assessment. Ah! Thank you. Yep. That made sense. Thank you, y'all. That makes so much more sense. Which is going to be the same deal over here. And that'll be assessment ID. Yeah. In fact, we can go to definition and we can, we can rename this and we can get rid of that underscore, place out the capital A. There we go. Pretty good there. All right. Red Eagle coming in clutch. So we want to fix that. And in here, this is NeoVim Pixel. On the floor, smack, smack, give me some more. All right, so that should work now, hopefully. We're still getting a 500 though, and this could be caching though. Let's go look at our logs. Let's just restart the server, come over here, and we'll clear our cookies. Done. Let's make sure we don't have nothing to migrate. Okay. Make sure that, yeah, okay. Fun run dev. We hit this. Okay, that was right. So if we log in, I should be able to log in with that email and then foo_bar_baz, foo_bar_baz. We'll click on remember me. Then on the network, we'll just put on fetch, sign in. That takes me to dashboard where we hit a 500. Okay, so we're still hitting this from, we probably made another mistake where we're referencing the wrong table. I almost guarantee it. Yep. Oh, smack that. Some more. Smack that. Did the same thing here. There we go. Thank you, Eagle. All right, if we hit dashboard, that should redirect us to onboarding. We have too many redirects. Right, so that's probably somewhere where we're not checking. I've solved this problem already with Svelte. So we're here. It's probably gonna be in our hooks. If it's not that, and we're not already on onboarding, and event.locals. I guess this is .route. Yeah, there we go. We want to say it does not equal slash onboarding. We want to redirect there. So what's happening right now is that we're hitting onboarding and it's just continuously redirecting to onboarding, which is still happening. So I would expect to see us hitting, we should see console.log here one, we should see that once, and then we should see here once. At least that would be my expectation. Let's refresh. Not quite. Okay, so where is our logic wrong? If the route does not equal onboarding, we redirect to there. And then, oh, we go to dashboard here. So we should actually move this up to here because order matters on these redirects. So we're saying if we're authorized, or if we're authenticated and we are going to slash login or sign up, we want to go to dashboard. So let's actually move this up. Oops. That can go up here. Winnie. It's empty, but she likes licking empty bowls. Mariana. Thank you, Kraut. Appreciate you as always. All right, so when we get to here one, we know we have a authenticated user with a good session. If they're trying to navigate to slash login or sign up, we should just try to push them to the dashboard. Otherwise, if we come here, we try to pull the onboarding assessment. If it's undefined, this shouldn't happen. This should not happen. we give a 404. Otherwise, we check if our onboarding assessment is completed at is null, which means that the user hasn't finished their onboarding survey. And if the route is not /onboarding, we redirect them to onboarding. Otherwise, we resolve through. So we hit that redirect. Our hook runs again. We're here. This isn't true. We refetch the result again, which seems bad. That feels bad. Okay, that's not great. We can fix that, but let's figure the redirect problem out. This should be fine. Let's just restop the server. Let's do a bun run build. And bun run dev. And let's clear our cache. Let's log back in. Foo bar baz, foo bar baz. How are we hitting the redirect? Okay. That's why. It's /authenticated. There we go. And then we can see, yeah, that fixed it. I forgot that route IDs used the route group in it. So then if we go look at that, and we can do JSON dot stringify null to. There it is. Boom. There's our survey. Starts with wouldn't even solve that. I would have had to done includes. Okay, so that's now doing what we would expect. Oh, pre-tag would? Nice, I didn't even know that. Today I learned. So now we just have to map this into our playground component, right? We have a bunch of these. We're gonna map, oh, that redirected me to there. So our redirect's still not right because I wanted to actually let me redirect to the playground. Let me get out of this. And if we go to hooks again, all right, we should be able to go to playground. Ah, it's right here. We'll just add an and for now, I suppose. Now we should be able to get to playground. Yeah. All right. So we're going to we got to get all these questions into this form. Good morning, Olavo. Okay. So we need to figure out how we're going to update this state as we move along through our, I guess we can get rid of these console logs now. We figured out the problem. To do temporary. And okay, that should be all the console logs. Yeah. That's a funny question. Don't even know what that means. Oh yeah, these are questions from the client. Okay. If we go and look at onboarding, we need to figure out what question we're on. Yeah, yep. You're right, nuts. This page actually looks good. Yeah, if you were to look at what their current, I showed a couple people on this on stream last week, but it's an Excala draw. The current form looks like this right here. And they just have a bunch of questions that are like this. And then we're changing it so it's one question at a time and it looks like this. Much nicer. The thing with these questions is it's people signing up specifically for coaching. See you, Priv. Okay, so we want to come here and we get our user ID. We have our assessment. We can survey. We can do some more rendering on the server. So we can be like, we can say like progress. Progress is going to equal onboarding assessment dot progress, and we can just pass in our found assessment. We got a bunch of nice little combinators for this. I guess this would be undefined. Why is this upset? Ah, right. We have to parse our data. Right. So our data ends up looking like what we have on the screen here. So we have a type for this. Where are our types? This isn't right either. Where did I put that? Onboarding assessment. I put it in here. Yeah. So we need to write a Zod scheme in here, basically. So let's do that. Do I have Zod installed? Yeah, I do. Import Z from Zod, and we'll say put at the bottom. Do a little v-split action here. Const onboarding, we'll say schema equals z.object, and it needs ID z.string type, no, user ID, which will be a number. And then we'll say title z.string for questions. Of z.any. Let's do any for now. And then we'll say const question schema is going to equal z.object. And it'll have that. And this is going to have an ID, which is a string. It's going to have a type, which will be an enum, z.enum. In fact, we should do, we can actually do this, scale question, z.literal, and this will be scale, and title will be z.string, question, scale, that's not everything that's stored though, is it? I guess it is, because when we make an empty assessment, this is our empty assessment, right? Scale, and then answer, which will be z.object, and we'll just do z.any for now. Make that any. What up, Hungry? Yep, we're working on building a tool for a financial advising coach, and it'll eventually be multi-tenant. So multiple coaching practices can use it, but that's down the road. Okay, that looks good. We need a, we can paste that basically. Is the font size okay for everybody? Great. Could use a bigger font. Okay, yep. Let me, boom, boom. A little bit bigger. Change to Q. This is going to be number. numeric. Scale question. Does this take an array or just a, yeah, it takes an array. And now we should be able to say transform, and we want it to go to a, we want to make sure it conforms to our onboarding assessment. And we can do this. Whoops. And let's just write our little quick identity function here. We'll do that down at the bottom. In fact, we can put that in our utils. Lib utils. Can I just throw shit into here? I feel like I probably shouldn't touch this. Whatever. Export function identity. And this is going to take a t, and this will be value of t, and it's going to return a t, and then we just return value. Now we can go back here to our schema, and this will just be identity. All right, so what went wrong here? Curious when you would use Svelte over React. That's what I'm figuring out. This is the first I've used Svelte, and right now I really, really, really like it. I've been writing React since 2015, so I've been doing React for a very, very long time. And this is, using Svelte is pretty refreshing right now. TypeScript has such good error messages. Description is missing from type. So let's just go ahead and say dot transform, and we'll put in identity here. And we'll say this needs to go to a scale question. Ah, okay, so what are we missing over here? Description is missing. Title, question, yep. Z.string. I heard a lot of drama about React. I don't quite understand like the builds. I wouldn't say there's always drama, but one second, chat. I just got pinged. Okay. React is just becoming more complicated than it used to be, which is totally fine. So I guess this needs to be dot or z dot undefined. Oh, they call this optional. All right, what are you upset about now? Oh, it's required. Answer is number or undefined. Okay, did I not just have that? Dot or z dot undefined. All right, so what is it saying x is right now? How do I get it? It's not optional. I wonder if I can get, let me go check the Zod docs. Check void. No. I know how to fix this. This is fine. First century kids. We just can't just use identity for this one. That should do the trick. Yeah, there we go. Stupid, but it works. Should have all that power. We can basically copy this. And actually, let's just copy from there down. And we'll throw that on there. And this will be changed to Q. This will be text. And we'll do the same thing. Yoink that. Paste that there. Get rid of that. This will be changed to Q, numeric. Boom. Or that should be z.undefined. numeric question, numeric question. Number of undefined is not. What? Do I have this wrong? That should be number. Yeah, this isn't a repo, but it's private. Okay, there we go. Now we got everything working. Actually, we can go ahead to here and we'll say parse is going to take data, which will be unknown, and it's going to return. Yeah, it'll always be private. I don't technically own this code. The client will. We'll return schema dot safe parse data. And this should give me like a result type, right? Yeah. Sure. Full death. All right. Full death. So we can use that combinator now. Yeah, I use Harpoon. In fact, I need to update my keybinds. I should really update my keybinds to like maybe put them here. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this all looks good. Let's go back to our onboarding page server. And this really needs to be user assessment. And now we want to get the assessment out. And that will be onboarding assessment dot parse found user assessment dot data. And we'll say if assessment result dot, if it's not a success, this shouldn't happen, but we get a 500. See you, Olavo, excuse me. Oh, we should have the assessment result. Let's actually call this a parse result. And then down here we can say parse result dot data. And this should be our, yep, check that out. Beautiful. And then we should be able to get our progress from this now with our combinator. Yep. And we can get a step. using another combinator. And we can pass those through as props. Progress. And you can actually just change that, progress and step. And then in our page, we have that data now. So someone said I should be able to, nice. It is inferred. That's nice. So from here we can pop off, what can we get off? Let's say const we'll get our assessment, our progress, and our step, and that'll equal data. These are any. I probably have to just rerun my dev server to get the updated types. Yep, nice. Love that. That's... let's see if there's an update in here. I still don't understand why I don't see the update messages. It's really annoying. And then we can do TS update. Got a new parser for Svelte. Sweet. And the last one is Mason tools in update. Great. And let's quit out. Give that a second to why can't I do that? Space search that. There we go. And we'll say this is going to be, we'll say this is just going to be changing their progress. All right, we're pretty close to starting to put this component together. All right, let's go look at our localhost. Onboarding assessment data was malformed. Please contact support. I am support. So that means our parse didn't work right. So rather than this message, let's pass through parse results dot error. String. Invalid union. We're actually going to have ChatGPT parse this for us. Parse this error from Zod for me. Ah, we screwed up our parser. Oh, type text. Oh, what'd you say you Oh, there's no description on these. Okay. Scale text. Clearly doesn't have that. Text has no title, it just has the question. And that's going to be the same as this. Maybe we got it right there. Yeah, there we go. Step progress. Nice. Hell yeah. All right, so now every question should be effectively a form that submits to complete step. So we need an action in our page server, right? So let's jump back to onboarding in our page server, and we want some actions. So let's say export const action is going to be actions, and that will be, I forget the, all right, so it's a named, it's an object. And we'll say complete step. And that'll be a async function. And in here, we're going to yoink this. Where else did we use this at? Export const actions. Yeah, we want to do this again. Yeah. So now we'll do, we'll create a schema for this. So let's say const step form. What up, step brother? This really just needs a ID, should be a Z, that's string, and then it needs an answer. Even easier, we could ah, shit, my headphones just died. Hold on, chat. Ah. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta go grab Justine's headphones real quick. Probably a good chance this video is gonna get copyright stricken. I'll be right back. We might have caught it in time then. All right. How is this sounding? Can you guys hear me? Looks like Mike's still picking up. Let me play music. Oh. Sound. There we go. Okay, we're good. Sorry about that, chat. All right, so when we submit a step, we need, what does our schema look like for this? That's the file I'm in. Onboarding. We'll go here. All right, we'll make another union, I guess. It's probably the best way to do this. Right, so we come in here. Oh, wow, the noise canceling in these is way different. I can hear myself way more. That's weird. Okay, so we want an ID, and then we want, this will be step form schema. Let's call this a scale question schema. And this will have type as a z.literal of scale. And then we know answer needs to be z.number. Well, that won't be... How do we do this with superform? Those are the fields. So we want to do the same thing here. Onboarding, we can remove that. Onboarding, assessment question form schema. It's wordy, but that's what it is. What you need? We'll say export type is going to be onboarding assessment. So we're going to take that, throw that up there, and then in our load, we also need to get our form. We can do that last. And we'll do that right here. Right, because that's a mouthy schema. Okay, so now we have our form, which means we can come in here, yoink that, paste that in, and we're going to get our request. Put that in there. And this will be event.request. Yeah, okay. So here, now we have to it'd be nice if I didn't have to request this every time. How do contexts work? Does Zod or does Svelte have the concept of context? Using stores with context. Might wonder how we're able to use pictures. For server, it's locals. It wouldn't make sense because we're running serverless. We're not running. I'm still going to have to, unless I send it in with the form, it doesn't matter. I have to do database access anyways. I could also probably just directly update JSON. Part of the problem is that this field's JSON. Where are my JSON columns? Column types, JSON B. Update a nested key in a JSON B field in Postgres. Show me how to do this with Drizzle. It's okay. That's already wrong. Okay, so we should be able to just write SQL here. So I should be able to come in here and be like, how do I execute raw SQL from Drizzle? Update. SQL.raw. Can I use this as a tagged literal? Like this? Right, and then it would be like update. Where's my $sign? So do the normal Drizzle update. Okay. We'll come in here and we'll say, let me close this other side. The db dot update. Do I pass in a table here? I think it would be, right? User assessment. Dot set. And we'd say user assessment dot data. And then in here, is this where I would do raw SQL? I would be like SQL JSON B underscore set. Data. And this would be this would be, oh, I have to find a, I have an array. It's almost like I should just update the entire thing. Because right now, the way this is stored, it's a pain in the ass. Because if we look at user assessment and then the data column, can I just view this as unserialized JSON? It's annoying. But it's a bunch of, it's an array. That's what we were doing before, and I was like, this is annoying. I should back out and just do it as a JSON blob and then just use Zod to runtime serialize it. But now, all right, so the easy thing to do here is, this is going to be, just to get past this, transaction, do something like this. And we'll do const assessment equals so user assessment dot select this will be all right, this is change. All right, where do we have our problems at here? Yeah, the column's JSONB. Event.locals, right. So we gotta just copy this basically everywhere. We should make that into a utility function, but that'll come later. You can set the type for locals. Can I change the type of locals based on route or route group? Okay. This is annoying. Yeah, see, the data is unknown here. You can use get after limit. You can use get after. Wait, what do you mean? Run's not on there. I don't have a whole lot. We have as for, then catch to SQL having offset, finally, group by, order by, prepare. Maybe prepare. What does this expect as an argument? It expects a name. Create a prepared statement for this query. Ah, we should do that, shouldn't we? Yeah, we can make a bunch of these prepared statements eventually. This will be return fail 500. And in here, we'll get our question. And we'll say question dot ID equals form dot data dot ID. And the same deal here. We'll do this is undefined. We'll just return a 404 again, I guess. Otherwise, we say question dot answer is equal to answer, and then we And then we just go ahead and say transaction dot update. And what goes in here, this is a table, user assessment. Dot set. And we'll say user assessment dot data. And this will be assessment. Oh, okay, that's fine. All right, did we get that? All right, what's wrong here? All right, that seems like our full transaction. Can we call transaction.commit? We need a way to push the step forward. Will that cause will form action cause load to rerun? If you want, yes. How do I make that happen? Thank you for the follow there, Loney Dev. Since you're using superforms, all right, let's check the superform docs. Invalidate all. Winnie. Validators. Yeah, I just need to get like I need the step and the progress to update on the page. Well, let's see what this gets us right now. So we should be... Are we not running right now? Oh, we're not. All right, let's get the dev server running. Great. This should take us to onboarding. Yep, that looks good. And let's just throw a button to... Well, I guess we can actually start wiring up the form. That really is what we have to do next. Thank you for the follows, Slim JD and Ahmed. Appreciate y'all. You return the data in the form action for validation if you want, and use that to move it forward. Okay, so let me think about this. When I submit my form, let's actually wire up our form first. So this is less difficult for me to think about abstractly. So in here, we have some components, and I know we have our components built for this in another spot. It's going to be over in lib components onboarding assessment. And then we have the actual assessment. Yeah. Okay. And this needs to take some props. So let's yoink this, step back. Oh, I guess we can just go here and grab you, throw this here, and this is going to take a this is going to take an assessment, which will be a assessment. No. Let's make that any for a second. And that's going to be, where do we make that type? It's this thing right here. Our load. This is going to be, do we not have a type for that? This should be a onboarding assessment. Yeah, there we go. Now that should be typed correctly over here, right? This should go ahead. If I do an LSP restart, just do an E2. This should be an onboarding assessment. Once a, whatever, it is an onboarding assessment. So we should be able to come into this and then just render a onboarding assessment. That's not right. Assessment. There we go. And that takes an assessment. So we don't need those even, because we can derive it in the front end pretty easily. Onboarding. I gotta fix that type. Shouldn't this automatically derive the props? Or I have to define my props still, don't I? You're saying I'd want to wrap this in derive here. Okay. Actually, that can just be state. Do it this way? Gotcha. Shouldn't it be, shouldn't assessment then be, like, state is deeply reactive, isn't it? Const, if we do that and we do onboarding assessment dot, oops, dot step assessment, and then we have, I don't think we even need progress, right? We just pass in current step, and we say total steps. All right, that should at least show us, let me type check quick. All right, I don't know why this is so upset. Gotcha. Okay, check that out. That actually worked pretty decent.
So the other thing I could do, I guess, would be like assessment is going to equal data.assessment, and that will pass through a reactive piece of state. Do we not have a layout in here? Ah. So let's add a layout. We can copy logins layout. There we go. Okay, we're getting closer. Let's fix our assessment component. And this bit, do I have any props on here that can help? Title. It's this bit. There we go. There we go. And we want that. I want that color. I don't know what that color is off the top of my head. Can I copy this as RGB? I don't want RGBA. Give me, yeah, thank you. And we'll say, I feel like we had this working. If I go to playground, that's right. So why is the playground one the right color? Did I change that? Oh, I did, right there. Okay. So I wonder if we're gonna have to wrap up here in a second. Losing track of time as always. Let's just see if we can get this color bar looking right. Progress, progress, progress. Primitive API. Is it background color, do we think? It's not background. Maybe it's just color or text. No. What do we think that color is? Background is primary. How do I target the inner? Whatever. I can do where is Tailwind? I know how to do this. We can do child. Select child Tailwind. How do I do this? I've done this before. Target child div with Tailwind CSS. Yeah. Oh man. Janet, thank you for the raid, but I'm also getting ready to wrap up. So we just do first. Let me, yeah, we're gonna try to finish this up. I just need to make sure I'm not getting pinged at work real quick. Yeah, all right, I'm okay right now. Let me just check my meeting calendar. Okay, yeah, I'm good. Let's see here. No, we don't want this. Yeah, the structure that I'm targeting is just a div inside a div. If you look here, we go to primitive API reference, code. It's a progress root, and then it has a div inside that. And I want to target this div. I've done this before, but it's been so long since I've... I don't think that's right. Like, I've definitely done this in Tailwind before, where you have, like... Tailwind, so it says target child. Yeah, I've done it. Yep, that's the syntax we're looking for right there. So we come in here and we say, we're going to say that and we're going to target div, and it will be background. I think it'll be like that. Boom. W. Chase back. Which means we can come in here and change this back to progress. All right. For everyone that just rated me, thank you so much for the raid, Janet. I apologize that I also have to wrap up. I know we both stream at the same time. Generally, make sure y'all, my followers, if you're not following Janet, you should. She is a legend at Clojure. Better than Meta, for sure. Never listened to Meta about Clojure advice. But let's find somebody to raid, because I have to get to work. We got, oh yeah, we got to raid Louis. I know we raid Louis a lot, but I love Gleam, and I love Louis. Such a good dude. Go show Louis some love. If you're unfamiliar, he's the creator of Gleam, a new functional programming language that is a sister language to Elixir. Has the same type system as OCaml, which we love.